Good morning. Welcome to Easy Crypto. My name's Andrew, and as we are recording, we can see Bitcoin is now at 109,000, approaching new all-time highs. Very, very exciting. Could be a major breakout. We'll see what happens at this level today, but it's just so exciting time to be into crypto. As you see, we're sliding on up, just as this channel has been talking about. So as that's happening, there's some things I wanted to share today. I got into crypto in 2017, not knowing about the Bitcoin cycles, the 4-year cycles. And I got into, my first coin was Chainlink at 17 cents. And I watched it go in 2018 all the way to $50 and was just so thrilled. But the problem was I didn't know why I was investing or what I was investing in. And I watched that $50 go all the way back down to $2. Okay. And I vowed not to let that happen again. So over the last 4 years, watching the cycles and doing my own research and weeding out all the junk videos and finding out who to follow and who's telling the truth. I have a few videos that I watch, but basically started doing my own research. And in this cycle, I was able to retire from my job after 23 years with my investments in XRP. And, you know, I'm not professional. I'm not going to have any big fancy things going on here, but I do have some good information. I hope you'll watch the whole videos going forward. So as we're going to watch Bitcoin possibly hit an all-time high during this video, I wanted to share the whys and the whats. You know, what is crypto? You know, why is it such a big deal? Well, it all starts with Swift. So Swift is the global standard for financial information. So all the money in the world, cross-border payments you'll hear about, and why that's a big deal. Basically, all the money in the world is transferred through this old messaging system called Swift. And Swift is changing. And something you need to research is ISO 20022, which is going to be the new global standard for financial information. Every kind of financial business transaction as of July of this year will have to switch to this new messaging standard. Payments, securities, interoperability, that's what it's going to do. So get to know who Swift is, because that's running all the money in the world. And there's talks that XRP and Ripple Labs and the XRP ledger is going to be the new messaging system that's going to either work with Swift or replace Swift for all the financial transactions globally, country to country. And that is huge for XRP. Another thing you need to get to know is on Ripple's own website, modernizing the financial infrastructure with Ripple. And some of the things they're doing, just get to know. Tokenization, store of value. The stablecoin project, they do have a new stablecoin, RLUSD, Ripple payments. So this Ripple and XRP are going to be the new financial standard globally, between countries, between people. You can look at all their partnerships, just huge names. So get to know why. Banks, fintech, learn what fintech means. Tokenization, just absolutely must read information about Ripple and Swift. And then big players in the game. BlackRock, you must know BlackRock and what they're saying. BlackRock, January of 2024, launched the biggest Bitcoin ETF with the fastest growth in history of any ETF ever launched, buying up all your Bitcoin. So while you are FOMOing in and buying at the top and selling low, they're playing you. Excuse me. And they're buying it all up. So that's why you need to be educated on when's a good time to buy, when's a good time to sell. You gotta watch the banks. Don't listen to what they're saying on the news. Read about what they're doing. Bank of America officially announced a large-scale partnership with who? With Ripple. Blockchain in banking. XRP adoption. Streamlining cross-border payments faster, cheaper. They want faster, they want cheaper. Bank of America's vision is to leverage Ripple to modernize their payment systems. Real-time settlements. Right now, you know, you want to send or receive money, it takes days and it has big costs. Well, the XRP ledger makes everything instant with very, very low costs. Global impact for Ripple. So get to know these things. Other big players. Other things you need to research. What's going on in the world? What's going on with the financial future of the world? You got to know what the Federal Reserve is saying about the economy. International Monetary Fund, Bank of International Settlements, websites you must see. The biggest other big players besides BlackRock are Vanguard, Fidelity, and JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan is notorious for bashing Bitcoin while, you know, outside the other side of their mouth, they're buying it all. Okay? Know what they're doing. This affects your investments. Let's check back in on Bitcoin, where we're at. 109. We're now at an all-time high. Right now, we're watching it live. This is just history. It's just so exciting to see this history happening right now. Bitcoin hitting an all-time high. Let's see what XRP is going to do today. Wait for that XRP lawsuit to end. Still just sliding over. Okay? We sliding up. We sliding up. Right now we're sliding. Chainlink, my very first coin from 2017, hit an all-time high of around $50. I'm hoping it hits 100 by the end of this year. Just sliding up, sliding right now, hopefully coming back up. Cardano. People thought Cardano was dead. I've been true to Cardano since 2018. Just stacking it up. Sliding on up, sliding, and then up. That's the mantra here. Sliding on up. Okay, now we're into Sui, one of the new ones. Okay, layer 1 blockchain. Read about them. Find out who they are. They're sliding up, sliding up, sliding. We're going to be due for this next up. I got my exit strategies on all these coins. You know, you got to take profits off the table. It's one thing I learned from when I lost everything in 2018, 2019, when the bear market hit, and I just, like I said, Chainlink went from $50 to $2. I vowed to never let that happen again. When XRP went up here, 655%, I took profits off the table. I sold 25% of my holdings, and I was able to retire, pay off all my bills. Life is good. Crypto, it's possible. It's not get rich quick overnight. You got to do your research. You got to have goals. You got to know what's happening so you don't get wrecked. But Sui, big upcoming company, big time. Okay, my cost is down here at this purple line. And now we're up, you know, huge. Ondo, get to know who Ondo is. They're working with BlackRock to tokenize the U.S. Treasuries. Ondo has so much potential. So get to know, you know, not just, oh, my friend said buy XRP. Get to know why. Look at all of these companies and look what's happening. Bank of America, it's huge. It's real, folks. It's real. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's see what's happening. Very exciting. Wow. sliding on up, just as I've been saying. Slides up, slides up, slides up. Sometimes it retraces, but it's always sliding on up over time. You know, people say, oh, Bitcoin's hit 109 and then it crashed down to 74. Well, look where it was shortly before that. It was at 49. Sliding up, sliding up, sliding big up, sliding up, retrace, slide, retrace. That's fine, but it's still over time, it's way up. Okay? So have a big picture mentality. Don't get caught in these daily volatile swings, because over time it's just going up. And it's going to continue to do so. And now the institutions are in, and banks are in, and it's really got legitimized value. And now that the laws are going to be, there's going to be a stablecoin law any minute. You know, it's really an exciting time to be into crypto and to know what, how, and why. Not just because your friend told you so. So I hope you're finding this information helpful. Like I said, I'm new to this. Nothing fancy, just facts, figures, and just information that I've learned that I want to share in case you need to know. Please watch the whole videos and like them. And we'll see you next time when Bitcoin's at a new all-time high. Have a great day.